Hi everyone, my name's Alexis Hooper. I chose to do my presentation on positive praise. So, why use positive praise? So, positive praise is important used in the preschool classroom to show support of the children, and students are not often praised enough, really, for their efforts inside the classroom, especially during instruction. Um, during instruction, I feel like they are told that they are not doing as well as the others. And that's shown by telling other children around them that they're doing better. So I like to avoid negativity during instruction, and I like to pull away from that and show more positive praise outside of direct teacher instruction. I think this really just creates a better environment for the child, and we do get to help develop those um, closer connections with our kids, which is really important to create those bonds with them. And I put this quote in there, and it says, "The praise is authentic." So, what is, the praise is authentic to you? Do you actually mean it? So, it says, in other words, when you provide the praise, you really mean it, and it's not given for something that's not very important or valued. And I also like to note on that important and valued are definitely subjective to the person. So, for example, I saw Jace pick up a block. I'm really proud of Jace picking up a block because normally he doesn't help clean up toys at the end of playtime. So I'm going to recognize that and praise it because I genuinely think that it is positive and he needs to be recognized for it. So that's a little bit more of authentic praise. And you can see the difference almost immediately in a child's demeanor when you point out the great things that specific student is doing. So when I told Jace, he picked up that block, I'm so proud of him. And he immediately lit up and started picking other things up because he wanted more of that praise. So you're helping change those behaviors without telling them they're not doing something correctly. So here's a couple examples of positive praise inside the classroom and at home with parents. So positive praise can be shown through simple matters of telling a child they're doing a great job putting away the toys. For example, like I gave for Jace. Another example in school would be, Alex, thank you for sharing your markers during coloring time. Children love hearing great things they're doing and that they're making you proud of them. That is the one thing they're always searching for, is just trying to make their teacher or their parent proud of them. And for parents, they can implement this by telling their child they did a good job keeping their food on their plate while eating dinner, especially when they go out. That can be a challenge because there's a lot of things going on, especially for a child, all those different things coming into play. Or, they did a great job using their fork. That's a really great one, especially because it helps with motor skills, fine motor skills. So it's more of a two-in-one there. So that's pretty nice to recognize the child putting in the effort to use that pincer grip and able to hold and grip that fork and properly, using it to pick up food, balance it, and get into his mouth. I think that is honestly so amazing to watch every single time. That aha moment that it clicks for kids, that's honestly the best part. And simple everyday praise will create a happier child. And I've seen that in multiple circumstances. Even with kids at the grocery store, I'll make a face at them and they'll make it back. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, that was so good. And they immediately start laughing and giggling. And it's so amazing just seeing that recognition from kids. They really do enjoy it. And it really changes the way that, they go throughout the rest of their day, I believe. So the interactive activity. So I chose this one because we have a lot of kids at the preschool I work for that struggle with this. So positive praise is fairly simple and can be used during play. I use Legos as a great way to work with children. They have trouble building certain things, and this is where we come in. We ask to assist them and then do it and then show them. I will then break it apart and ask them to try. After they try and succeed, you tell them they did a great job building it, or if they tried and they didn't succeed, you can show them again and then, say, okay, you try it now. And, keep putting that emphasis on like, you try, you try. Don't just do it for them and give it back. That's not going to help them develop any of these skills. And once you see them create that toy, you go, wow, you did such a great job at building it. Oh my gosh. That was so cool. Can you show me again? And then have them break it apart and do it again. Just do repetition. Repetition is very key when working, especially with preschool age children. The more emotion that you give them, the more they're going to crave it again. So, like, oh my gosh, that was so good. How did you do that? And they break it apart on their own and they do it again to make you have that same reaction. It's honestly really cool to watch. I definitely suggest you guys going out there and trying it with honestly anything that you can, show them how to do it, let them try, and have that aha moment. And definitely tell them, that they improved since they started. Oh, I put a typo. It's supposed to be playing with Lego. Sorry about that. Um, but you'll be able to see the creativity flow in the child after the positive praise, and they're going to start putting together the blocks in the Lego like in different ways that the child may have not tried before, as they were discouraged trying to build like a simple set of stairs. Offsetting the blocks by one and keeping them together, that's very challenging for 4 or 5 year olds. So allowing them to do that and helping them out, showing them that positive praise that you're there to watch them and support them. It's really great, and you can see the immediate improvement in them. So here's a couple references that I suggest going through, taking a look at. I think they're all really beneficial. Obviously, the Vroom everything, all those tips on there are really great, especially for parents. Always a great way to look up some new things to work with your kid during, bath time or, lunchtime, dinner time, whatever it may be. Definitely give these a look. They are very helpful. And that is it. Thank you so much on watching my video on positive praise.